Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. Thank you for joining me for this card today made with the Botanical Prints Medley from the Stampin' Up! January to June mini catalog. It has everything you need to make some beautiful cards, and we're going to be making this one for a friend. I'm using this laser cut that's pretty peacock on one side, but it's white on the other, and that's the side I want to use today. I'm also starting with a mossy meadow base cut at 4¼ by 11 and scored at 5½ inches. And then I'm going to use a layer of Calypso coral cut at 4 by 5¼ and then I'll go ahead and I'm going to attach that while I have it in my hand, and then it's going to be ready for the rest of the card. So this color is going to show beautifully through that white laser cut piece, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous layering those laser cuts over a colored cardstock. So I'm centering that on the card front, and then I'm going to take the laser cut, and normally I would have my silicone mat to use underneath this, but I don't have it here with me in this studio in Texas, so I am going to just use a Stampin' Sponge and hold the laser cut so I don't get glue all over my work surface. So this is an easy way to spread glue on an intricate cut pattern like this, and like I said, with the silicone mat underneath, you could just lay it on your surface flat, and then the silicone mat cleans up very easily. So I've got that and tried to spread that over most of the area, and then I'm going to layer it on top of that Calypso coral piece. And it just has just a brushing of that liquid glue on there, so it works just great. So now we're going to continue with the rest of the card, and I'm going to be using a strip of that designer paper that comes in this medley, and it is cut at 1¾ by 3¾ and it's this beautiful black and white botanical print, and I just love it. So cut it kind of wide because I'm going to also use a layer of basic black over top, and it's going to fit just right on top of that laser cut, about an inch from the bottom of the Calypso coral. You can just eyeball it. It's just a matter of personal preference where you put it. You could center it if you wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down and line it up with the ends of the laser cut piece. You go straight across. Easy to line it up with those lines there. Now I'm going to take a piece of basic black cut at 1 inch by 4 inches, and I'm going to line it up with a designer paper on the left end and go all the way over to the edge of the base on the right side. I just like this look. It makes it different, and it's a little unexpected, and it's just a fun way to change up your card fronts and add something a little different. So I'm using some of our liquid glue, and I'm going to place that down, and I'm eyeballing it in the center of that Botanical Print Designer Series paper. So I've got that down, and now we can work on our sentiment. In this Botanical Prints medley, you have some die cuts in here already, and I'm going to use one of the floral images, and I'm going to add a little bit of stamping just to this banner piece to add to it so that the sentiment doesn't look so lonely there by itself. So I'm inking this up in Memento Black ink, and I'm just going to stamp off first to lighten the ink, and then put a little bit on each side where you can see just a little bit of the foliage. Okay, so now I'm going to take some Mossy Meadow ink and the Friend sentiment, and I'm going to stamp that just right in the center there of that banner piece. And so next I am going to apply that to the card front over the basic black and justify it toward the left a bit because I'm going to add that flower image, the floral image there that I'm going to color in just a bit. Okay, so now I have a scrap piece of Whisper White, and I've already stamped my floral images, the same one that I used to stamp over the Friend Sentiment. And I am using some dark Calypso Coral Stampin' Blends. Our Stampin' Blends are alcohol markers, and they are wonderful to color with. And so I'm just doing some of the insides and the edges in the darker Calypso Coral, and I'm going to blend that and fill that in with the light Calypso Coral. And so you can just see I'm just coloring these little blooms. It's so easy to do, and anyone can do it. It makes such beautiful images for your card and paper crafting projects. So if you haven't tried those, be sure you give those a look. They're in the annual catalog from Stampin' Up. All right, so now I want to color the flower center. So I'm using a light So Saffron Stampin' Blends marker. And I'm just going to color in the center just very easily. All right, and now I'm going to take a light Mossy Meadow and color the stems and the leaves. What I do is I kind of outline. I didn't want these leaves to get too dark. It's the reason I chose not to use the dark Mossy Meadow blend. And so I'm kind of outlining and going over and then just coloring very simply. So our Stampin' Blends come, you can purchase them singly, or you can, just for ease of ordering, you can order the light and dark of each color. The price is the same whether you order them singly or as a pair. It just adds to the ease of ordering with one order number if you are ordering both the light and dark of each color. Okay, I'm just outlining the stems there. And then there are dies with this Botanical Prints Medley, and I've already finished one and cut one out. And so I'll save that one for another card. And now all I have to do is put this on the right side of the Friend Sentiment, and I'm going to use some of our Stampin' Dimensionals just to pop it up a bit and put it on the card front. I just needed two. So I kind of press in the center of the paper, the protective paper on those Stampin' Dimensionals, and that makes the edges pop up and you can remove the paper very easily. So there is our card project for today. The Botanical Prints product medley is beautiful. I hope you will give that a try. Let me know if you have any questions. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.